what do you do if you find a weird bird, one that you think it may never have been sighted before?
It's possible that could happen to you. I would only caution people to be really sure of what you're looking at before you pick up the phone and call somebody. And the question of, well, what do you do if you think you have seen one? You can contact your local wild bird type store. There's probably some in your area. You could also try your local Audubon Society club. And both of those are good contacts to call and get some help with it. Before you do that, do your best to figure out what you're looking at.
And 9 times out of 10, you're not looking at something
That is
all that
correct.
extraordinary, right?
Yeah, because rare birds are rare, so you're not going to see one. But it can happen. It's happened to me a few times. But if you think you see something, I would recommend that you, if you don't have a field guide, get a field guide, learn how to use it a little bit. And I will show you in the front of this one, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
There's just a little section that shows you what we call field marks on birds. You see a bird and you try to see it, and then you go look in a book and you can't remember what it looks like
Yeah.
because you don't remember the field marks. These are simple little parts of a bird that you learn to recognize. What shape is the bill? What shape is the tail? What color is the bird? What is it doing with its tail, up or down? Just little things like that, which will
And then their
get
flight
you,
styles.
and
Yeah.
then how they fly. Once you see a few of those things, it eliminates a lot of birds and gets it down to something more manageable. You can say, oh, this had this type of beak. Well, it's not a wren because it had a thick beak. It must be something like a cardinal. So just learn a little bit. If the best thing you could do, if you don't have that, take a picture.
You want to take the picture no matter what, right?
You need to take a picture no matter what. And don't take a picture from 50 feet away with your cell phone and expect somebody to identify the bird, because there's going to be a teeny little color dot in a big picture. Get as close as you can. If you have high resolution on your camera, take the most high resolution picture you can of the bird. So even if it is small, somebody can enlarge the picture and get a little better idea what it looks like. Take a couple of shots. Then you have something to show somebody. We get a lot of pictures from people who send them in and say, what is this? We don't know. So many of the pictures, it's like, we don't know either. We can't tell. It's a blob.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just fine. Just if you give us enough, we can probably tell what it is, especially if we know where it was. So you can help identify it that way. Then make the contact. If you can't look it up online, taking some of the field marks and saying, what is this? You might be able to identify it yourself. If you can't, and you think it might be rare, make that contact. These people want to hear from you if that's the case. They'll ask you a few questions, perhaps even come out. And it could be that you have a bird that's either rare for the area or has never been seen in the area.
So tell me about, I know you have 3 or 4 times
yes,
found the rare birds, but tell me a little bit about maybe one of the most interesting experiences.
I think the most interesting, I had just purchased a camera to help shoot some early videos for the company, and I was learning how to use it. It's called a Digicam. You put it on your shoulder like a real camera, and I was out in the front yard shooting toward my feet or learning how to use this camera, and this little bird hopped in and said, that's unusual. It just didn't look right. It was similar to a bird I recognized, but it just didn't look right. But I was so engrossed in the camera, I wasn't paying attention. I made sure I focused. I watched this bird follow it around. Oh, nice camera. Then later in the evening, I'm starting to look at things, and my wife walks up and says, oh, look. It was a spotted towhee. We have the rufous towhee, rufous-sided towhee in the southeast. The spotted towhee is a western bird. It's similar looking, but distinctive in appearance. And right away we knew what it was, and I had good video.
Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt it was there. Fortunately, it stayed around a week or so, and a lot of people came to see it.
Really?
It was the first time that bird had ever been identified in the state of Georgia.
Wow.
It's called a first state record.
Yeah.
I've had several of those experiences without having to really go out, paying attention to my feeders. I've seen a few. So that was exciting for me.
Yeah.
Pay attention. You don't know. It's probably not a rare bird, but it may be.
Yeah.
It
Now,
may be one.